Hello, I'm TheTwitGamer, and we're going to be doing a Let's Play of Hyperdimension Neptunia Mk2, which will be the last Neptunia game on this channel until the VR game comes out next year, early next year as well, so it's not that far off, which, yes, that does mean I know it is coming out, and yes, I will be doing a Let's Play on it, and yes, I will be buying VR, just to play the VR sections. Like the rest of the game, I'll probably just use my TV like normal, you know. Anyway, sorted my config, sorted all that, so let's just get right into it then.
ゲームは部屋を明るくしてテレビから離れて遊ぼう。名人との約束だ。
Yeah, it's good advice. It's good advice. What? Beginning of the end.
How's this? That's all? Not yet. Futile.
No way! Not even my sister and the other CPUs can stand up to her! No! Please, stop this! If things go on like this, Gamindustri will be reduced to rubble!
20XX. Gamindustri faces a dire crisis. Shops are boarded up, creators are overworked and starving, and death looms over all game industry men. However, humanity perseveres on. In years past, the deserted lands of game industry were known as the realm of chaos. Since the advent of ASIC, the R4 Syndicate of international crime, morality has all but vanished. As much as 80% of all students are rumored to worship the being known as R4. Parents, knowing this a poor object to worship, went ahead and taught their children to do so. The government turned a blind eye instead of crushing this crisis in its infancy. Thus, game industry fell into complete and utter disarray. The citizens have come to accept all of the corruption as normal. They take no issue with acquiring items illegally. Those who were victims of this mentality became exhausted and were sent to wander the game industry graveyard forever. Compa and IF are now experiencing that very thing. Welcome to the game industry graveyard.
This world is doomed, isn't it? Sounds terrible. We've got some more familiar 3D environments once again. Bit more jaggy though.
This is the game industry graveyard, huh? We're finally here.
Yes, it seems that way.
You're scared already? Stop stuttering.
Well, look around us. So many creepy, crawly monsters!
This is the place where those who have passed on all end up.
It's the original Compa!
All of those you see here were once denizens of game industry.
And the other two.
Is that really true?
Yes, geez, it's true. Why don't you just wait here?
No way, Iffy! I can't sit still! I want to save Nep, Gigi, and all of the other CPUs!
Well, yeah, me too. Nep's been incommunicado for 3 years. Doesn't she realize how worried we are?
Everything is as it should be. They will all be just fine, even with severe injuries. so long as they possess the Sharicite.
It's a crystallization of people's faith, so I guess you're right. All right, Compa, let's find our friends and drag them back home if we have to.
Yes, ma'am!
But yeah, they've got 3D scenes in this.
We've walked for a long time.
We sure have. I wonder where they're all hiding. Yikes!
Yikes, really? Don't startle me like that.
I heard someone's voice. I heard someone, Iffy.
Yeah, I got that. Do you know which direction it came from?
I think it was that way.
Over there? Okay, let's find out.
Oh, please wait for me! Don't leave me all alone, Iffy!
Kinda used to the 3D scenes after Cyberdimension.
There they are! Yo, Nep!
And yeah, this is what's weird about this game. It's, as far as I remember, it's the only one that uses 3D sprites in the visual novel aspect, and it's quite weird, but it's better than what we had over in the original Neptunia, where it took 15 hours to load the sprite.
Iffy... Compa... Oh no! GG too! Even the other CPUs!
I do remember when I originally got this game, I was like, who is this Nepgear? I assume it's a new character they're introducing. How does she relate to the original story? And I thought they lost all their powers. I was very, very confused, because at that point, no one really knew that they had, basically rebooted the series.
This is a horrible way to keep hostages. Who could be responsible for this?
Nep, pull yourself together! Hey, you hear me, Nep? She's out cold. Jeez, what the hell are all these tentacle cord things?
Force alone cannot rend those bindings. Compa, please use the Sharicite.
Histoire seems to have more of a more regal voice in this for some reason. I don't know if it changes later on, but definitely at the moment it's more refined, be the best way to put it. I wonder why there was the change in performance from the original Neptunia. I don't know.
Sure, let me just... I know I keep it near the bottom of my purse, next to my band-aids.
Don't you have pockets inside it?
I cannot allow you to do that!
Who are you? Get out of here!
Fools! Welcome to your graveyard. I've been kept here for 3 years. I've grown bored, so you better be fun little toys to play with!
I don't really get his rambling, but he seems fired up. I'll handle him, Compa. You hurry and get the CPUs.
Yes! Gigi! Are you waking up? Compa? I think that I'm so glad. Okay then, let's free the other CPUs. Ah!
The story is going to be pretty much the same for a while, but we do have some returning characters that that aren't in Rebirth 2, which is obviously Nisa and Gust.
Frail, so miserably frail. This isn't fun at all. Come on, do something entertaining!
IF?
Nepgear! Sorry, not the best noise for you to hear right after waking up, huh? Be careful. His strength is beyond anything I could have imagined.
I'll back you up too. We must hold him off until all the CPUs wake back up. I'll fight too!
Oh, there we go. It's Teach Me Histy. So, open the skill menu window by pressing the triangle button during battle. And press R1 to advance, alright. Ugh. However, please note that using a skill consumes both AP and SP. If either is insufficient, you cannot execute the skill. That noise is really loud, it's probably like ding in my ears. You can also freely move around when choosing which enemy to attack. If the object is out of range, please move in for the kill. Let's proceed then. Blink.
I'll throw my all into this!
So you can hear we got familiar music going on. We got familiar. This all starts to feel very familiar now, because the original Neptunia it feels almost out of place with the rest, but this it's starting to feel more what we know.
Multiple beam launcher overdrive! Slice with full power!
Damn it!
Pierce with full power!
Damn it!
I'll put everything into this one stroke!
Damn it! Damn it!
Widescreen.
Is that all? Is that really the extent of your power?
Our attacks aren't phasing him. Compa, how are Nep and the others?
Well, they aren't reviving at all!
This may indicate the power of the Sharicite is insufficient.
No way! What are we supposed to do?
Are we going to lose? No! I refuse to give up!
Enough! Nothing is more cumbersome than dealing with weaklings. I'll throw you right out of this world!
No, I can't. I'm not strong enough. Wait, if we use all the Sharicite's power, we might pull through. Yeah!
What's this light? My eyes, my eyes, my eyes!
It's working! Way to go, Gear!
Did we make it? Gigi? Please be all right.
What's wrong? If you pass out now...
Unforgivable. Once my visual system reboots, I will tear you all to pieces!
Please retreat. We cannot handle the situation given our current condition.
Copy that! Compa, we're carrying Gear out of here!
Yes!
When she collapsed, why didn't she just return back to her normal form?
Looks like we got away.
IF, camera over here, IF. Over here.
Gigi is a lot heavier than she looks.
She's the only one we managed to rescue. What's more...
The Sharicite cracked when Gigi used it. I don't think we can even try to rescue the CPUs now.
See, it does give a chance to add more emotion than what we previously had. Although, no, we had some nice animations with the sprites in the original Neptunia. It's just, it took ages to load, so it's difficult. It's like, I don't like the 3D sprites being used here, but they're used better than they were in the original.
Do not be discouraged. Saving Nepgear is worthy of praise. You have accomplished something great.
What should we do now, Histoire?
Please return to Planetptune. I am certain Nepgear would like to sleep in her own bed. I also wish to learn what exactly transpired 3 years ago, though I know it will be painful to recall.
Divine... Oratorio?
Divine Oratorio.
Thank you. Why didn't you say the last one?
Good morning.
Finally! Do you know how long we've been worrying about you?
3 days.
I'm so glad. You've been sleeping for days and we were concerned. I took your vital signs every 3 hours.
It's always 3. We've still not got to the bottom of that. Why did they choose 3. There has to be a reason. But I don't know what. Like, we need to find the origins of the 3 with the compile heart stuff. I'm thinking in future we start going backwards through the compile heart games and see if we can find the origins of this 3 thing.
Has your illness receded?
Yes, I feel like I'm back to normal. So, that is, I'm really...
I apologize, Nepgear. I am responsible for this debacle. It was I who sent you all out on a fool's errand.
I am expecting, once we, get Neptune back, Histine's voice is going to change slightly as she gets more annoyed.
Huh? No! I was going to apologize first. It's not your fault. I just wasn't strong enough.
I must ask you to recount what occurred in the graveyard 3 years ago. Can you do this for me?
Now, here's a question. Now, we know in Cyberdimension, they can't use the sprite animations like they have throughout the rest of the series, so why didn't they do what they did here and just use the 3D models? I mean, with, the problem here is they're very, very, very jaggy. Very jaggy. But surely the ones they use from the Unreal 4 engine would be fine. Would have been worth a try, at least, surely. Or maybe they did and scrapped the idea.
Sure.
Impossible! Gamindustri CPUs were bested by a single opponent?
It's hard for me to believe, too. Those girls are tough, like cold sores.
Colts? Alright then.
I don't think that's a compliment. What's going to happen to Gamindustri? I mean, it's been 3 years since the CPUs lost the battle there, right?
The situation is dire, I am afraid. ASIC has taken control of the world. Everyone knows of them and their power.
R4's heretical followers are handing out illegal chips like candy. It's natural to see kids with several.
People like getting these gifts for free, so they start to believe in ASIC, and that conversion weakens the CPUs. It took us such a long time to gather enough faith to make that tiny piece of Sharicite.
With the CPUs all in captivity, it's only natural that people stop believing in them. We failed to save them, too.
My supposition is that ASIC's primary objective is to revive their guardian deity. Should the current situation persist, it is but a matter of time.
Can't we do anything about it?
Yes, one way yet remains. The Sisters of the CPUs, the CPU candidates, remain free. This includes you, Nepgear.
Me? You mean the other CPUs have sisters too?
Yeah, but in this, one of them doesn't have goggles, which is kind of disappointing.
Indeed. The only individuals with the ability to regain the shares of Gamindustri are the CPU candidates. Should we restore the world's shares to a fair level, the crime syndicate and its members will weaken.
Regain shares on my sister's behalf? Can I really do that? I want to save her. I want to restore order to the world, but...
But what?
That powerful monster. There's no way I stand a chance.
It's so odd going back to this point once again, where Nepgear's just beating herself up, really. It just feels so wrong. I mean, she still sort of does it later on, but she overcomes it herself. But at this point, she's not going to. She's not going to be like, no, I shouldn't think that. It's like, nope, she's just going to put herself down.
Isn't that a bit idealistic? If they spawn faster than we can act, it'll be another fool's errand.
Yes. Even the goddesses that people already worship were defeated easily.
I'm just noticing that their mouth movements, they're not great, are they? But are they roughly lip-synced to the English? Because it seems like they may be. It might have been easier to do. You sort of get the computer to figure it out, the AI to just when there's a noise, flap the lips. Simple as that.
I do have another ray of hope. You can request aid from each nation's mascot character.
Nations have mascots?
Quite so. When the mascot is recognized worldwide, it creates order in a manner akin to what the true goddess desired. These mascots reside in each nation, providing prosperity and an abundance of sustenance to the nation's citizens. In the instance of unusual events, they support the CPUs to quell evil. They have at least that much power.
I didn't know mascots were such powerful heroes.
However, we have yet to acquire reliable information on their whereabouts.
I just noticed Compa's eyes change then. Like I said, they've actually got emotion within their own pupils as well, so it's like, just keep an eye on it. No pun intended there.
I am in the process of researching and tracking down the Planetptune mascot. I will notify you once I learn something. Meanwhile, can you begin by regaining some of Planettune's shares? This should also prove to be a good rehabilitation exercise for Nepgear.
Well, yeah, she's been tied up by those cord things for 3 years. It's time to stretch her legs a bit.
I mean, have they not heard of PTSD? Like, it's gonna be a big event for her. It's like, maybe you should see a psychiatrist about this.
Hey, you listening to us, Gear?
And I just noticed, like, if he's leaves in her hair, they don't look like leaves, do they? They look more like crystals.
Oh, yes, I'm always listening.
I trust you all to complete this task. I nearly forgot. Allow me to also entrust you with this.
What's this? A toy?
Sounded like a gun.
This is an N-Gear, a very functional device your sister loved. I am sure it will come in handy on your travels.
Oh, you have no idea. N-Gear obtained. Healing pod obtained. Energy fragment obtained. Alright, 1,000 credits obtained. Got the idea. Oh, extra voice for Nepgear added to character info. Extra voice for Iffy, Compa. Alright then, so what we got here? You can open the main menu by booting your N-Gear with the triangle button. With your N-Gear, you can browse everyone's status and skills, organize items, save your data, and much more. Alright then. Is that really it? Fine. And there goes the voice acting. Why is the background sort of... It's not got enough saturation. It sort of feels dark. Not, like, maybe lacking in contrast? That might be it, I don't know. Anyway, alright, what do we do now? Why don't we go to the guild and get some work? The guild, huh? Speaking of which, Nepgear, you've never done a quest before, right? The guild is where many requests from various people get compiled and sorted. Compiled, That'd be like almost a good name for a company. If you're assigned and complete quests, you'll get rewarded. Well, first-hand experience trumps even 100 explanations. Let's go. Why did they go with this font? Because this is not a good font, is it? It's like the text bubble, I don't know what you want to call it, the bit at the bottom. We'll go with text bubble. Text bubble at the bottom was actually better in the original Neptunia. How strange. Hello! We're here to accept a quest! Oh, seems like there's only one quest posted. Let's see. Quest description. Defeat doggos in Virtua Forest. Right, here we go. Here is the birth, the genesis of Virtua Forest. Travelers have begun to avoid the forest because of sudden monster attacks. Sounds like a perfect start for us. Virtua Forest is close too. I don't think doggos are that strong. Okay. Will I really be fine? Of course, get your bum moving. Oh, here we go. When visiting a town... Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is slightly different to what we know. When visiting a town, you can engage in several activities. You can shop at the store, visit the guild for quests, and log into the city's Chirpy Tree branch. let us discuss the Chirper tree and its branches next. Alright. Why don't you just do that straight away? But alright. Fine. By choosing to shop, you can purchase and depart with items. Depart with items, okay. Store inventories, alright, will grow more varied as the game advances. Please check out the shops at regular intervals. I keep having to press up. It's annoying. Anyway, the Chirper tree. Look at all the chirpers in the background of this image. It's kind of cool. The Chirper tree, simply called Chirper by its users, is an extremely popular cyberspace for citizens of each nation to idly chat about anything. Each city has their own service referred to as branches of the Chirper tree. You can passively view the chirps of residents here, or select an avatar you want to hear more from and proceed to browse their chirping log. If an avatar's chirp box displays an event icon, choosing that chirp will result in an event scene. Some events increase your relationships with allies, while others may help a character learn a new skill. So you can sort of see it's almost to the Neptunia we know. It's almost there. There's Inafune. It's like back then he was held in very, very high regard. Now it's a bit after recent events with certain games, it's like you have to look it up yourself if you want to know. Right, so let's have a look at the chirps then. So we got one with Nepgear there. She's just Neptune. I want to save her soon, but what? Compa. Gigi, are you okay? I'm worried. Are you working too hard? An event. Oh, we got sprites. Why the 3D? I forgot they actually had sprites in this. So why did they go with 3D? And why are the sprites so far down on the screen? Like, put them further up? I don't know. Gigi, how are you feeling today? See, these sprites are awesome. I mean, they don't breathe or anything like that. See, these sprites are more like what we had in Cyberdimension. Did they blink, though, in Cyberdimension? I don't think they blinked. But it's like Gigi's face right there. It's so happy, it's so cute. I don't think we see that much in future. But anyway, better. All thanks to your care, Compa. It was my pleasure. I'm glad my treatment was effective. She is so happy there. Oh, I see. You're only thanking Compa. No, I'm grateful to you too. I mean, if you never came to save me. These faces of Nepgear I've not really seen in a long time. That makes me wonder, why exactly did you come to save me in the first place? It's like, we didn't. What do you mean? You work at the guild under Histoire, so you I understand, IF, but Compa's got her life as a nurse to consider. That's an easy question to answer. I just wanted to save you, Gigi. And I appreciate it, really. But that's not what I'm asking. I mentioned I was going to save everyone to her in passing, and then she insisted on going with me. She forced her way in. Despite her usual demeanor, she's a pretty stubborn woman, although I'd never seen her so desperate. Of course, everything I do is just for Gigi and Nep. That makes me kinda jealous. Did you just say something? And that's where it began that we definitely saw in Cyberdimension. Nope, not even a grunt. We saved Gigi, but we couldn't get Nep. I'm going to stay in this party until we save everyone. IF's affection has increased. Compa's affection has increased. That's it. That's where we got. With Compa, we had that one. Gigi, okay? So it just does that again. Okay, we'll go with the other ones first, and then we'll have a look at IF's. D-Bag, sup? I'm D-Bag. Sup, dog? Dog? Really? Anyway. Right, so. It's like, I'll go to retailers. I'll place her goods in other sections too. Lady Nep, please let me lick your chink. Inafune. I think it's good to have a dream. That is Inafune's face, by the way, in case you're wondering. He is sort of in this, in some of the skills. If you don't know, we will see later. We will see. Anyway, I think it's good to have a dream. But there's a difference between a reckless fight and taking the bull's horns and tackling something new. Think for yourself. The Lily system is where you form a duo of the front and back. Does that actually line up? Anyway, after a coupling, you can use joint attacks. By fighting together and seeing events, you can raise your character's Lily ranks. Alright then. Alright, so IF. I'm heading out to train with Gear right now. Our first time in 3 years. It's been too long. IF, you work for the classified sector, alright, of Planetptune's guild, right? I mean, are you still doing that? Of course, although this sort of feels like I'm taking a long vacation. I'm sorry, it's because of me, right? Nope, don't even worry about it. Plus, even if I'm out of the office, it won't affect the organization much. The organization? There are plenty of other agents. That reminds me, I wanted to ask what your organization actually does. Espionage, generally. Acquire confidential intelligence from other nations, spread misinformation to stir up politicians, or sometimes... That all sounds pretty wicked. Don't get the wrong idea. We've only handled criminal syndicates lately. Lately, you said. Especially these last 3 years. We've been sneaking into other nations and collecting information on them. Thanks to our missions, I've become more informed about Gamindustry's state of chaos than my peers. Oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault. I said not to worry about it. It's only, I've been only able to identify the situation, not do anything about it. From now on though, that'll change. We will all save Gamindustri. That's right. It's our turn. That's the spirit. Let's do our best. Yes. IF's affection. There we go. Right, so we'll have a look in the shop, see if we can get anything here. Ooh, I like that shop design. Sort of like leather in the background. It's very, almost like it's a TV. It probably is a TV, isn't it? That's probably what it is. It's a TV. Any items do I need? No, there's no weapons or anything. Could get them. I've not really got that much money to spend, but we'll go with getting 3 of them. Anything else? Not really. I'm running out of money fast. It's like, oh, I don't want to spend too much. Not at this point, not at this point. Alright, so let's back out. Let's have a look at the guild. Ooh, I like that. It's so long since I've played this game. And my mind thinks Rebirth 2 when it's this story. So it's like seeing this stuff. It's all a new experience again for me. So it's very odd. No quest. I thought there was one quest. I thought that was the whole point. Let's leave the town anyway. We'll have a look where Virtual Forest is. Oh, hello. You can visit towns and explore dungeons from the world map screen. By moving 8-bit Nepgear to a town, you can view its current local shares. Moving her to a dungeon will reveal which foes inhabit the area. Here is the share chart key. Purple represents Planetptune, black represents Lastation, white represents Lowee, green represents Leanbox, and the red portion represents R4. These shares can be relocated by completing quests. The stronger the faith of each nation's citizens, the greater their represented CPU's abilities will be. The people's faith may even carry the ability to alter the fate of each console patron unit. My god. More? Have you set up your attack commands? No, I'll probably do that in between the parts. You cannot execute any combos unless you have done so via the command submenu. Neglecting combos will result in a disadvantage during battle, so it is recommended to allocate commands first. Recall that each button carries unique characteristics. Triangle button attacks focus on the hit count. Square button attacks focus on raw power. And X button hits concentrate on decreasing the foe's guard points. Probably want to use a mix of both, really. Alright, Virtual Forest, come on. Open up, there we go. Took its time. There's Virtual Forest. Look at this map, it feels so familiar but so old. It's weird, but I don't know. But we are, oh, that's weird how she snaps to it. It's bizarre. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna end this. It says new there. Why is there a new? Is it just because it appeared? I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna end this part here. And in the next part, we'll go off to Virtual Forest, which we have never seen before. Ever. Okay? This is the first time ever we are going to Virtual Forest. We have to be astonished when we see it, okay? You have to be like, wow, it's amazing. So, I want you all to do that in the next part. So see you then. Ta-ta for now.